Hey guys, it's Margaret, and I'm bringing you a haul video this morning. I have got to say this was really unexpected. My thing just went live, so I don't know if I need to start over again. Okay, so hey, I'm bringing you a haul video this morning. Yes, Thursday morning. I hit 2 garage sales this morning, one of which was Jenny, who is liquidating. She's moving to Arizona. I found a couple of things, but I actually don't have those to show you because they're still in my car. But I randomly hit another garage sale in a totally different area, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. I thought, you know what, let me look, because it's Thursday, I'm out and about, let me go check it out and see if there's any other Thursday garage sales, which random, right? Normally I don't find any. I went and I hit the mother load. And now I wish I'd stayed and like combed over stuff some more. I may be back there tomorrow morning because it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday one. So I'm leading in a chat. Hi, Angie. Hi, Hyperpicker. Hi, Joni. Angie says she's confused. She keeps tapping the hearts like on Periscope. Okay, so let me jump right into it. I spent $30 at this garage sale, and I'm going to well over, I mean, it's just an abundance. I feel like, I wonder if they're still open. I want to go back right now, you know. It's that good. Well, this lady who had her garage sale also was a home organizer. And so the lady that she was helping organize her home was just like getting rid of stuff. And she said, I don't want to say she's a hoarder, but she's got more money than she knows what to do with. Okay, that's good for me. So let me share with you some of the things that I picked up. Yes, for sure, Angie, blessed today. Absolutely. And some of them I haven't identified yet. I've got some screens open to share. This piece was 50 cents, and I don't know my jade, but let me put it this way. With the quality of the things that I found at this lady's garage sale, I would not be at all surprised if it was something that was real, and you'll see in a minute. And now I'm like, oh, I just should have booked some more stuff. Okay, don't kick yourself. You got some good stuff. It's okay. Hey, Barbara. Okay, so I got this little, I mean, I want to say jade dragon. I don't know for sure if he's jade. And I've got the light shining through at my side, so you can't really see the way the light shines through it. So it may or may not be really jade, but I mean, this is the bottom. I mean, there were tons of vintage items, tons of jewelry. So I'm going to have to do a little more research on finding out, you know, how to find out if it's actually jade or if it's some imitation something. But he was, get ready, he was 50 cents. This is the prices that I was dealing with, guys. Could you believe these horrible prices? And honestly, when I first walked up, I thought it was going to be one of those prices that had, you know, garage sales that had crazy prices, because they had like a coffee table and 2 end tables were labeled $150. And as I walked up and saw that, I thought, oh, brother, here we go, you know. But no, the prices were amazing. I was being joking. Okay, next. I'm trying to go in order of things that I don't have screenshots of. So let me show you a couple things that I don't have screenshots of. Hey, Leslie. Hey, the ST Green Adventure. So I picked these up for $1. These are coasters. They're wooden. They're not marked with any kind of name or anything, but they were really good quality. Like, you can tell by the look of them that they're nice quality. I know, right, Angie? I'm joking. All right, so again, I have to look up the dragon, and then these ones, because of the quality of them, I am guessing that I'm going to be able to get $20 or more for them. But I'm going to look up, just kind of have to do more of a search for these. Sorry about my nails, y'all. They're a mess. So yeah, and they're in this nice case, like so. And apparently this lady was a world traveler. She had a ton of stuff from everywhere. What else have I not pulled up? I pulled up most of this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to start. I'm just so excited. Hey, Zahir, how are you? Hey, Melissa. Okay. Oh, okay. Melissa says a good quality piece of jade will have a higher pitched ting when hit with another object. Oh gosh. Like any object? Let's hear. I don't know what I'm listening for. I'll have to do some more research on that and let you know. But thank you for that tip. Okay, so this piece, I almost wanted to save it for the end. I paid $2 for this, which is one of the higher priced items. And it's this cameo, and just wait, you'll see how special it is. At first I thought, okay, nice cameo, but the closer I looked at it, the more I realized there's something special about this piece. So the first thing I noticed was that on the back, it is a brooch pendant style, but if you can see the pendant part, it's not just like a hook hanging down there, it's hinged. So you can, you know, fold that pendant away part. And then also, if you'll notice along the sides, it's not like, it doesn't look like it's just like factory made where it's just like one straight piece. Can you see how the metal has formed to fit the shell? Can you see that? Where it gets thicker and thinner depending on the cameo? I don't know if you can see that. So, and then normally, like, I like to hold the cameo up to see like through the light through it, but it's so thick that you can't really very well see through it. If I do it this way, I can see the pink through it. But the piece of shell that it's carved from is also, it's hard to tell on the back, but can you see that it's not like one uniform piece? You can see where it's like thinner in certain spots and thicker in other spots, like so. So those were like, I didn't look at it real close till I got home because the prices were so good. But as soon as I started looking at it, I started realizing I'm going to need to do a little more research on this. Now the clasp is not super duper old. You can look at the clasp because certain styles of clasp like this were not made until after a certain period, unless it's been repaired, unless, you know, like let's say it broke and somebody had one soldered on, which is possible. There's no markings. There's no anything else. You know, there's a bit of damage. I don't know if you can see in the open work right there. There's a piece messed up. And then also, since there was no, there were no markings on it, I don't know if it's gold. Sorry, I swallowed wrong and it's burning my throat. Okay, one more time, sorry. It is not magnetic, so that tells me, okay, next step. My apologies, you guys, I swallowed wrong. Okay, so my next step, since I don't have my acid testing kit out, is this is actually a tip that I learned from Tanya. And she takes the powder, and I do this when I go to like Goodwill and stuff too. And you rub the powder on your hand, and then if you think it might be gold, you take it and you rub it on the powder, and if it's gold or possibly gold, it'll start turning black. So you can see where I rubbed it on my hand where the powder was, that it started turning black. So that means that it doesn't mean for sure that it's gold, but it's like the next step in that process of figuring out what it is. So yeah, you can see it. I don't turn my arm that way. Yeah, so I'm going to test it, find out. I really think it's rather old. I mean, just the quality of the way it's put together and everything. I know I'm going on about this one piece, but I'm so excited about it. So yeah, I'm going to do some more research on this one, find out for sure. It's just so, yeah, you can tell I don't think it's mass produced type of, I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something about it. But anyway, I'm really excited about it, as you might be able to tell. So let me pull up a screenshot of something I found that was similar, but not exactly. I mean, even the way it's held in there, you can see like these little bars kind of things holding the piece of shell down. Can you see those little things? You see that? Those little tack things that are kind of like holding it in there. And I've never seen something like that. So here's one that I found. This one's a 12 karat gold one, and this is on Etsy. And I tried to find one that had like a similar, you know, open work around the edges and looked kind of old like mine. It was similar-ish. Mine looks like it might be thicker, but I'm trying to find a view of the edge. See here, you can see on the edge of this one how it's not uniform, and it like scoops down where the shell is thinner and scoops up where it's thicker. So if I'm able to, you know, get that kind of price for it, that would be really, really awesome. Really awesome. Let's see if I have anything else open. These are just when I did the Google image search, what popped up, trying to find something kind of similar. I'm really excited about it. Okay, close those out. This is, again, my Google search. Look at some of these prices, though. I mean, seriously. Now I'm like, did I go through that jewelry good enough? You know I did. You know I did. It's okay. Okay, so let me exit out and show you the next thing. But again, that was $2. And just from what I'm seeing, could you imagine? Oh, wait, I can't see my chat now. I've hid you. If I was able to get like $100 for that, wow, right? And I spent $30 for everything. So again, and now don't fuss at me. Some people say, you know, well, you're not looking at eBay solds. And I will just tell you, one, I don't always go off just eBay solds. And I think it's a very good starting point. And I think for sure for things that are more common, like puzzles and things like that. But when you're looking at vintage items or jewelry items or more one of a kind, or, you know, things that there's going to be more people seeking them out, it's good to look there, but it's also good to look, you know, at Google. I look at the Google images, the Google shopping. I look at Etsy. You know, I just do a Google search, and I just try to pull up a whole bunch of stuff. And I did have somebody not fuss at me, but say in my last video, you don't want to spend too long going down the rabbit hole for a $20 item. And I say, yes, I do. That's $20. You know, I mean, really, how long does it take me? Not very long. Search, 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 copy, paste into each little thing, and then boom. So, and then I'm learning too. So I feel like I've never come across a pendant like this. Now, this is not a $20 item, but I feel like every little nugget I pick up, you know, every little bit of information I pick up helps me become better as I do my job in the future. So, yeah. Yes, exactly, Barbara. She says, I go to Google Images first now, not eBay. That's what I do too. Because people also ask me, how do you find Etsy sold? Well, if you're looking at somebody's shop, you can go to their sold items. But there's no way to search all of Etsy for all the solds. But if you do a search on Google, and then in the images, that item pops up and you click on it and it says, oh, sorry, this item has sold on Etsy. There's a way to go in to Flipper Tools and find out what it sold for. So that's another reason I really like going through Google Images, because then you can see what it sold for on Etsy if something like that has sold. And it doesn't, and Etsy does not, you know, like eBay, it's only like 90 days or something that they keep that info. Well, Etsy is like all of it is there. So, okay, let's see. Melissa says, even a decent quality undyed piece of jade that size can be worth some good money. Ooh, I can't wait to find out though, because seriously, if I didn't have the quality of stuff that I'm going to show you, I might have thought maybe it's, you know, like some chintzy little thing, but because of the quality of some of the things that I have, yes. Okay, here we go. Next up. Now, what do I have next on my search? Okay, so I was going through, you know, I went through all the jewelry, and I picked up these earrings right here. And if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you already know what they are. I didn't know, though. I'm not going to play. I didn't know, but I found out real quick. So, and honestly, I didn't think they were anything special either, because I looked at the back. It's really thin metal. And I thought, okay, you know, maybe they bought them at like a Western shop. I'm showing you, Angie. And so I just kind of took a glance at them when I was going through everything and didn't pay close attention. 50 cents was what I paid for these. So and then I moved on to my next item. So then my next item I pulled up and I saw that it had a name on it. And I thought, you know what, let me go back and take a look at this a little bit closer. And then I did see in there, I don't know if you can see it, it says sterling. I'm not sure you can see it. Right there, sterling, and then in that little circle it says TK. And I thought, oh my goodness, what's TK? I don't know what TK is. But I do know, like let's say these were just regular sterling silver, Western, Native American style earrings. These might go, you know, $40, $50. But if you've got signed pieces that are signed by the, you know, the tribe or that Native American artist, then the price on them can skyrocket. And so I looked them up. TK, are you ready? I am ready to show you. I learned something new, and I'm so glad I did. So TK stands for Tony Kayasusi, which I don't know that I'm saying that right. I'm sure I'm not. And so this is similar. Mine's are rectangular, but vintage 80s large sterling coral earrings by Tony Kayasusi. And these are not sold, so let me click on sold just to see. And I will probably not put mine at those prices if those are actually his. See, no, that was by TK. I wonder if they knew or didn't know. Anyway, here we go. That's more like it. $78. So again, oh, here's mine. Look, these ones are Marcasite ones, but they're the same style with the best offer accepted on this one. Again, I can take that to Flipper Tools. Let's do it real quick. Since you're here, since we're here, let's find out. Let's see if I can get back to that. Let's find out what it sold for on Flipper Tools. So you can do this if you don't know. Flipper Tools, get started. Okay, let's see. We want eBay best offer actual selling price. And we're gonna pop it in there. And these ones sold for $63. So 50 cents into a possible $63 sale, I will take it. Now on Etsy, this is the only one that was a Tony Kayu. Oh, I'm gonna butcher his name, poor guy. This ring is up there for 158 bucks on eBay. And here's another one I looked up, this Jewelry Lady store. She's selling some of his stuff, 55 bucks. And this is what the marking looks like, Sterling TK. Tell me if I'm going too fast, you guys. Oh gosh, I wish I could say his name. Okay, so let me stop there. Yeah, they said on that one it was coral, but I would think too, and I can never remember that, carnelian. It's that really kind of dark orangey red. Gosh, I'm sorry about my nails. I'm gonna say it again, guys. So, I mean, 60 bucks probably right there, at least. But you know me, I'm gonna put a lot more on it. So I can put those on Etsy and on eBay. 50 cents. I'm telling you guys, I hit the mother load. So then these ones, I may need your advice a little bit. Because, okay, so I picked up these ones as well. And then this one, look at those stones. Maybe that's the carnelian. What do you think that stone is? With the red, with the, I never can remember what it's called. So these ones were labeled J. Silfka Designs Sterling. So these ones again are, you know, nice sterling designer sign. Okay, but here's the problem. The padding on the back is disintegrating. It's falling off. What would you do? Like, do you think I ought to remove it and put new? Or, I don't know, like, is that gonna hurt? Oh, well, there it goes. Because, I mean, seriously, it's really just powdering off. And vampire stone, I'm gonna have to look that up. Silver hair stacker. Yay, one with you, lady. I'm so glad you caught me live. Hey, Cat Tack. I'm sure I'm missing people. So these ones, let me show you. I paid $1 for those. And I guess I'll probably have to replace the pads on them because it's a mess, right? Those are a big mess. Okay, let me share. Here we go. Just kidding. Oh, okay. Like, I've never heard of vampire stone. Oh, gosh. So here's some, I think these are sold. Let me see. Yep, these are sold. And look at this. The picture's not that great though. Still sold for $28. Look, this is another J. Silfka. These ones sold for $2.99, but these are lapis. Red coral hearts. I'll probably sell for more than that. So anyway, still pretty good. I'll get those. I can't believe that sold for so cheap, honestly. Maybe I need to come sniping. This one's the earrings and pendant, sold for $90. This is similar to it, but these ones are turquoise. So yeah, I'll find out a little bit more. Let me see if I have any others that I have pulled up over here. Oh no, what did I do? Go back. Oh gracious, what have I done? Okay, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. So here we go, some other J. Silfka stuff on Etsy. You know, looking at the $75 range on some, $35, $150. Look at this, $239. Wow. Okay. And then here we have the blue ones. These are lapis. Oh, this is on Terra Peaks. I have no idea. But I think they're probably lapis. Unless I can figure out what this vampire stone is. Bloodstone. I'm going to have to do a search for all of these. And then maybe do like drop it in the... Right, look at that. It's like really streaky. It's cool. But so for all I know, this is a more desirable stone. I don't know. So those ones I paid $1. So again, if I'm able to get 60 bucks for those, I'm going to have to replace the pads because they're really just falling apart. Okay, pretty good so far, right? And I still have a bit more to go. Those are kind of my wowie pieces. Okay. They look good. Yes, thank you. Okay, so then well, there's a few pieces, let me show you, that I don't have pulled up. A couple, I just took a chance. I didn't have my magnet, or I did, I didn't take it out. But this gold necklace, it's not really gold. I found out later, it's magnetic. So, but I thought it was still pretty. So, maybe, I don't know. I may still sell it. I may put it in a jewelry lot. It was 50 cents. I figured I could take a chance. Again, this one was also 50 cents that I took a chance on. And it was not, you know, it's very magnetic. So it'll go into a lot. 50 cents, which is fine. And, okay, this was $1. Anything sterling for $1, scoop it up, that's for sure. Oh, I didn't realize this was metal. When because I just grabbed the bag with this bracelet in it, I thought that it was wooden and maybe it was inlaid, but it's metal. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if that means anything to you. Anyway, it's metal, so I may have to do a little more research. I didn't look it up because I thought, you know, but it's metal and it's enameled on the inside as well. So, and I know the cloisonne doesn't do as well as I think it ought to, but I don't know. This one's really pretty. And it's that nice cobalt blue color too, so maybe it will. I mean, I may put, depending on what I find out, I may put like 20 bucks. Do I sell gold jewelry or take it somewhere? Lindsay asked. It depends. Both. I sell some, and then sometimes I'll wait and I'll take it to the jewelry man. Hang on, I got junk on my keyboard. But I've only taken it to the gold guy maybe a couple times. Yeah. And one of it was these really nice cufflinks that I took. And I could have sold them, but I was ready to have cash in hand. And ended up getting like 400 bucks. So I probably could have sold them for more, but 400 bucks, you know, bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, what they say, right? So I took them to the jewelry man instead of waiting for the money. Okay, so next up, I'm trying to see what else I have that maybe I didn't look at, but I'll just go in. Okay, so these ones maybe I should have looked a little closer at it, or maybe I should have. So this was another pair of earrings that I picked up. They are, look how unusual they are. And this is another one that I didn't go back and look at to see if it was signed or anything, so I'll look real quick. But they are like these dangle hearts. Aren't they unusual? And they are marked. And I thought it was just going to say Mexico 925, but there is something else written there. And I can't read it right now. There is something else written up there, so it may be, you know, signed. Let me see if I can see it better on the other one. Cat Tech says, I love the gold guy. Yes. Okay, I'm going to have to come back and look at these a little closer. It looks like N-E something J? It looks like an upside down R. Anyway, so I'm going to have to go back and look at these a little bit closer because once I started finding pieces that were signed, I know, right? Once I started finding pieces that were signed, I needed to go back and look at. So those ones I picked up for 50 cents. So yay. Yay. And I'll look at those a little closer because, I mean, just as silver earrings and they're unusual, they might go for, I don't know, 20 or 30 bucks depending because they're so unusual. But if they're signed and I figure out who it is, then they could go for a lot more. And then this one I picked up, again, I didn't have my magnet out, but it was really pretty, I thought. It's got these two little amethysts, amethyst colored, I should say, hearts on it, on the chain. And then it is magnetic though. Or it was, I thought it was. Hang on. Wait, get away from my computer, magnet. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, that was the pot. Okay, this is magnet. That part is. Let me check the other one. Oh dear, maybe it's better than I thought. How about you? Are you magnetic? Oh look, you're not magnetic. Maybe you were the only one that was magnetic. Hang on. I so did, Heather. I did. I'm sorry to pull my loop out on you here, but I really thought that all of this was magnetic. I'm gonna have to look closer. Oh look, I got my powder on my hand. Let's do the powder test while I'm at it. Okay, I hate pulling out my loop in front of you guys because it takes me a minute to find. Okay, so put the powder, and let's see. I'm gonna do the one that was not magnetic. Nothing is showing up. Well, it's kind of gray a little bit. Maybe. Let's do the chain. Okay, the chain. I'm just scratching myself. I just scratched myself. I'm gonna have to do a little more looking into this one because when I first tested it to see if it was magnetic, I guess it just grabbed onto this heart, but then this heart, oh, you can't see it. This heart and this chain is not magnetic, so they are not magnetic, I should say. I'll have to go back and look at them a little closer. Oh my gosh. Okay, I see a mark. Hang on, sorry. Ooh, that does say something. I need my gold, people. 750. 750 means I've forgotten. Something gold, right? Oh gosh. Okay, this really is live, right? Don't bail on me now. 750 mark. It means, and of course I'll still test it. So 750 mark means it could be 18 karat gold, you guys. Is what I'm, let me screen share so you can see what I'm seeing. Of course, I'll still test it. So 750 mark on gold, 750, 18 karat. Shut your face. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one over here was magnetic. So now I will test this necklace a little more carefully because it's marked 750. And then I'll check the pendant out because then it might actually be an amethyst on that one because that one's not magnetic. That one is. How about that, you guys? Live on YouTube. And that was a cool $1, right? I don't have my scale here. I'd measure it and tell you how much it's worth. Because, yeah, okay. Okay, yay. For real. Seriously, guys, I spent $30 this morning. I want to go back. Okay. I thought I had it all squared away. Okay, so this bracelet was 50 cents, and this one was magnetic, I think. Yeah, it was, okay. But I went ahead, I thought it was cute. It's got like this little apple dangle on it and on an apple branch. Isn't it cute? Isn't that a cute little bracelet? And it's teensy, so I think it's like a little girl bracelet. So yeah, that was cute. That was also 50 cents. Right, yay, gold. I didn't think it was gold, honestly, because I just, it was still in the bag. So I went like that to the bag. And I guess the one pendant just jumped on it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. Yay. Okay. Now I'm excited even more than I was before. Okay. So next up, I have this. I'm not going in the right order again. I jumped out of order. Maybe I should slow my roll and get back with the groove. No. I'm going with it. So, no, I know better. Okay. I paid $2 for this next one. And this is a freshwater pearl. And I think these are like little coral beads. And that's the reason I got it. Because I've seen, I see these kind of necklaces, but I don't frequently see them with the little coral beads. Maybe it's just me and I don't see them. But it's vintage. It's got the vintage clasp. It actually says silver on it, but it's not silver. It just does. And then let me check the little beads in between. The little beads the little gold ones are magnetic. Okay, so I'm not thinking that it's going to be worth a ton of money, but I may still put like 40 bucks on it. I may be dreaming the big dream. Oh wait, let me see. Let me show you the screen share that I've got pulled up. So here's one that's on Etsy. I wish you could feel it. It's got a really good weight to it. You know, it doesn't, I don't know how to describe that. It doesn't feel really light. It's got a, like I said, it's got a good weight to it. So this one is 51, and I do need to improve my photographs. But mine has got the little coral beads in there. And yeah, so I mean, I may put, you know, 40 bucks on it. I couldn't find one just exactly like it that had the little coral beads, but maybe I need to do a little more research. But again, like, I found some that have felt really lightweight, but these ones don't feel lightweight. Anyway, so they've got a nice little sound to them. All right, so that's $2. Next, let's see, I'm trying to go in order because I know me, and I get, so in this bag for 50 cents, there was a necklace and earrings. And these ones were magnetic, but now I'm double checking because of double checking everything. All right, let's see. I have one on listing on Etsy. I need to add more. It does feel like work to like do work. Okay, so here we go. 50 cents. I got these earrings and a necklace. So these ones are little cowboy hat, cowboy boot earrings. And then I got this necklace was in there also, both of them for 50 cents. So this has got a cowboy hat. Just noticed it's got a mark. Oh boy, here we go. I didn't see that before. I'm gonna look at it in a second. And it's got these dangly charms with saddles and long horns, and it's just Texas. And look, I didn't notice this on here. It was really tarnished, and I started rubbing like, oh wait, there's something there. Wow, here we go. Aha, Premier Jewelry Designs. But you know what? I don't mind because it helps me identify it. So yeah, Premier Jewelry is like, it's kind of like the Mary Kay of jewelry. You know, it's there's consultants and you have parties and, you know, like Pampered Chef. So this is from Premier Jewelry. I wonder if these are as well. I don't know. But anyway, again, I don't mind because it'll help me identify it. And I paid 50 cents for both. So it's like a quarter and a quarter. So there, right? I still think it'll go well because rodeo season's coming up here. Or it's already passed. Do rodeo? No, I would have heard if rodeo happened already. We would have heard already. We haven't had Go Texas Day or anything. We have that here. Go Texan Day? Yes. Okay. And yes, they are. Okay, they're very cute. Oh, I was going to show you some screenshots. Here we go. Screenshot. Did it only pull? Oh, because I only have. There we go. So this is on Etsy. These are similar. Mine don't have little stars, but that's, you know, those are 30. These are 12. They're in a similar style. Mine are not sterling silver, but these are really similar to them. $36, but those are sterling. So I'm still thinking, you know, I might be able to put 17, 18 bucks on them. Those ones are 12. Just depends on how you sell it, right? And so then, okay, the next piece, I'll go ahead and show you. By the way, we're about to be attacked. I'm about to get off there. Get off. The cats are out. If you were wondering, Pancake was on the table. So that's a no-no in my house. Okay. So, yes, perfect for the state fair. That's going on right now. We're coming up. My friend's going this weekend. So I also picked up this one. I didn't look at it as closely as I should have because if you can see, there's some damage to the front of this pearly bead. How much did I get this one for? Where'd it go? I paid, I don't think that, maybe that was in there. I paid $1 for it, and I didn't see that. And it is also Premier Jewelry Designs. It's got kind of like this laurel thing and like a crown on top. I hear you. Let me show you what I found, one that sold. That's just like this one. It sold for $12. And since I paid $1 for it, what I will probably do And because the pearly part, I need to see if I can clean it up. Maybe it's not dirty. Maybe it's got some kind of residue on it. Hang on. I can't, I'll have to see. So what is it? I'm gonna see if I can get that cleaned off. Do you hear him? Oh, hang on. You can see Leia over there. Can you see her? There's Leia. This is so I can hide my messy house. So yeah, if I can get that off, then okay, I'll put the, 15 bucks on it or something. But otherwise, I'll just put it in a jewelry, like a brooch lot. You hear him? Pancake! That was Pancake meowing. I don't know why. He's fed, he's watered. He's fine, he should be fine. Okay, so let's see what's next. I still have more, you guys. There's still more. The next piece, what is this? Oh, okay. These are the next ones, which are super duper unusual. They look like shark's teeth, right? With this blue stone on top. Only one of them is marked. And it is also something I need to look up more. It's marked 925 Mexico, but then it's like TS402. So I need to see is that like a maker that I need to find out about? Because at first I thought it was like Texaco, Mexico, and that's a certain kind of jewelry, but it does not say Texaco because it doesn't. So I need to look up, because that again can change the price. But look how unusual. Don't they look like shark's teeth? They look like shark's teeth to me. And I don't think that that's lapis, because you can see it's so uniform in color. I mean, I don't think it's, unless it is, I'll need to do a little more research, because normally, gosh, those nails are bad. Normally lapis has got some like gold in it or some white like streaks in it, and I don't see anything. Right? Oh, maybe arrowheads, right? Looks like, I don't see, I'm looking at it close. I don't see any like variations in color, and generally lapis has, no, I don't see any variations. So I don't know what else it might be. I'll have to see. Isn't that cool? Arrowheads, you think? Shark's teeth? I may put both in there. Cool. So, and then I'll have to find out what this is, this TS, and then the little numbers following it. So those ones were also 50 cents. I have more jewelry, guys. Just wait. I have some more still. All right, so next up, these ones also, I couldn't find the maker on them. So I may need your help, because these ones are signed as well, and I couldn't find the person. Look. And I think that's amber in there. I'm pretty sure, not 99% sure. Yeah, it's amber. I mean, and you can see it's not uniform in shape, color. It's got, the stuff in there. They're not both the same, like, so they're not like fabricated, and they would have the same kind of flaws in them if they were, right? Aren't they beautiful? So these ones are marked Sterling and Mary Ellen. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? Oh, he's eating cellophane. That's what he's doing. Mary Ellen. So I did a search. What are you doing? Sorry. Where did the lid go? Where the back can go? So, okay. I did a search for Sterling, Mary Ellen, amber earrings, and then I just did like a search for Mary Ellen Sterling designer. I couldn't find. I mean, I found somebody on Etsy that was a Mary Ellen that sold Sterling jewelry, but it wasn't like this. So that's a big question mark. I mean, because one, amber can sell for good money. Two, having the designer, knowing who the designer is. So those may be, have you sold a similar pair? I mean, because they could, depending on who the designer is. I mean, yeah, I might list these without knowing who they are. I'd probably list them for 60 bucks. But that designer may make it, an over $100 pair. Okay, so that was $1. So at least 60 on those. That's what I'm saying. Okay, a couple more pieces of jewelry and then some other stuff. Can you believe all this stuff? How long have I been at this? I feel like I've been talking forever. You guys are so good to me. I don't even know how long I've been on here, like 40 minutes. Wow. Okay. Okay, here we go. Next ones. These ones are not marked at all, but they're silver, and I'm pretty sure they're sterling silver turquoise earrings, just little dangle ones. You've seen similars. But I'm very confident that they're vintage based on the hook. You know, it's got this like flat part here. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about on the hooks. So those ones were 50 cents. Can you believe this? I mean, I started going through the jewelry and I went hog wild. And then this brooch was 50 cents, and I just thought it was interesting. It doesn't have any stones or anything, but it was just kind of a cool piece. So 50 cents, I mean, I think I can get at least 15 bucks for it. I'll put maybe more, because then I can throw that evil eye in there because it's got the eye. I know, right? One witch lady, she says, I really cleaned up on jewelry there. And then I may have to go back. I just might have to. She says, sold mine for $44, but that was in 2014. This is Andy saying this, the amber ones. Yeah, were yours labeled, were they stamped Mary Ellen as well? I've got to find out who that is. So here we have, I bought these two brooches for $1. I don't normally pick up Christmassy stuff, but they seem like really nice quality ones. This one's a stocking. Look how cute. It's kind of big. And then this Christmas ball, and this one is marked. Oh, this is Premier Jewelry. This one is. And is this one? They might both be. But anyway, Christmas is a-coming, so those are cute. I bet they're the same. I bet they're both Premier. Pardon me. Okay, now, is that it for the jewelry? If you were here for only the jewelry, that's it. But I have more. Let me see what I have, what tab I have open next. I couldn't believe how much I got, I mean, for 30 bucks. Okay, so the next thing I picked up was, check your sold. Okay, I will. Okay, oh, it had a maker's mark, but you couldn't read it. Oh, okay. I picked up this bag of souvenir spoons for $3, and I have started going through them. Some of them are really, really interesting. This one is, I can't read it, but if you look here, it's got this deer, this buck. Look at this buck on there. As I said, the lady obviously traveled a ton. But then there were some in here. There were two that I looked up, and these ones were all over the place. Watch. Okay, come here, you and you. So here are two ones, and these are Rolex spoons. Rolex Butcherer of Switzerland. Anyway, so there's these ones, like so. And take a look at what I found. I mean, depending on where you look, you find different prices. So here we go on these ones. I will share with you the everything. So these are ones that are on eBay. These are eBay solds, which are, the prices are not that awesome. But then when I went and searched, just a random search, hang on, that's not that. Look, okay, so here is on Etsy. Here's 4 of them for 40 bucks. They're not sold though. Oh, it keeps pulling. Here's one, just one on Bonanza. Somebody's selling for 85. And then this is one that is being sold on Etsy for 60. So I don't know. I mean, do you just, I couldn't figure out what to do with this information. So here's $90 from eBay, $60 from Etsy, 85. And if I saw this first and I was like, oh yeah. And then I looked at the eBay solds, I was like, whoa, what? I mean, because that's a huge, I mean, I get having a spread on prices and stuff, but not that big, right? So there were some that sold for $1 to $5, and then some that are listed for a lot more. So I don't know. So I am going to go through these a little more carefully because some of them look really tarnished, and I want to find out, you know, if they are plate, Like this one has hallmarks on it. I can see the hallmarks. I can't read them. Right, go in the middle. I can't read those hallmarks. Let me rub it a little bit and see if I can see. Not that I would know my British hallmarks, but yeah. Oh, what does that say? Something. Oh, anyway, I won't make you sit through all of that. But anyway, there's tons in there. I see like a Kentucky Derby one. Look at that Kentucky one. Yeah, they're from all over the place. San Francisco, Mexico. So sometimes they can sell, sometimes not so much. Melissa says, let's face it, things are only worth what people are willing to pay for them. This is true. And somebody might find mine and like my description and want to pay a lot. Hey, Tanya. All right, but this one I really like, and I'm really hoping that it sells for a lot because look at that buck. I think he's gorgeous. You know? It's so cool. Okay, so again, on these ones, I'll have to do a little more research. Some of them I may end up just lotting together, but I figured for $3, it was worth a dig through. And I liked that buck. So, okay, so Melissa is right, yes. Well, I need to see who Melissa is. I'm gonna scroll over her real quick. Okay, here we go. Next up, I picked up this little geode because I love my rocks, rock hound here. And it looks like one that was like actually somebody broke it open because it's not super fancy on the inside. That was 50 cents. So, and yeah, I'll probably sell this one. It's not really fancy, but I'm thinking, I don't know if you see the one that popped up. Let me pull it back up. So this is I think this one sold. Anyway, this is one on eBay for 10 bucks. Calcite. I'm not gonna lick mine to tell you if it's calcite right now, but it might be calcite. So yeah, I mean maybe like 10 bucks on it. We'll see. Maybe, yeah, these are sold. So that one's $9.99 sold. That one's really unusual looking, so stop. So this one, I mean, it may just need to be cleaned up a bit, you know, because it's been out. Calcite will taste like salt. That's why I say that. I will lick it, but I'm not gonna lick it. All right, let's see the chat. Let's see. Yes, this is true. I am not licking that thing. I will not be peer pressured into licking that right now. It's been in somebody's nasty garage. Okay, next up. Everybody in the chat saying, do it, I dare you, do it. Come on, lick it. Okay, so the next thing I picked up for 50 cents was this accordion, you know, wall mount. And it has the molly bolts and everything with it. It didn't have the mirror, but that's okay. Because I still felt like somebody would buy this. I do. So 50 cents on that. So yeah, I really think somebody will still buy it without the mirror. And then they can screw on whatever they want. I think. Why not, right? What's it today with people? Sensory overload. First Z with the sniffing. Zahir, were you sniffing something? I don't know if he's still in the chat or not. I didn't watch Zahir earlier. I believe it though. Okay. Let me screen share. And these are ones that have the, open, okay. Have the mirror still, but these are sold on eBay. So if you see them with the mirror, pick them up because they can sell. So again, these ones all have the mirror, but I feel pretty comfortable that I could still maybe put 15 bucks and get it. Why not, right? And it's kind of, I don't know, is that brass color, you know, which is not in vogue right now, but that's okay. Silver Hair Stacker says, if you lick a rock, does it turn into a frog? I don't know, let me see. No, I'm kidding. There goes the charger. Okay. Okay, next. I still have a few more things. We're getting closer. So the next thing I picked up for 25 cents was this Coca-Cola ice cube tray. And it's not going for a lot. But what I'm thinking I'm going to do is just hang on to it. And then if I get some other Coca-Cola stuff, I can throw it in there. Because this is not really going for that much. I don't think. I mean, let me screen share what I found. But it wasn't. I thought for a quarter, I'll try it. And it is Coca-Cola branded. So this is on a website, and they're selling theirs for $5 new. And I found some others that were similar, but not exactly the same. So I don't know. So that's probably what I'll do, is wait and find something. Look there. That's not quite the same. This one's a bit different. It does something else. I don't know. I don't have a lid thing on mine. Okay, so that's probably what will happen there. Brass color is way in again after a long period in the wilderness. Oh, is it? Okay. Is it back in again? Because it was not in. When we moved into our house, my friend who helped us buy the house, or anyway, helped us move into the house, kept trying to convince me to get rid of all like the brass doorknobs and brass like knobs and, you know, faucets and stuff. And I'm like, why? He's like, nobody has brass anymore. You need to get like the silver plate or like the chrome or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, one, they work. So I don't care what color they are. They could be green for all I care. I'm not replacing them because they work. So, oh, was Zahir back? They were saying you sniffed something earlier, Zahir. What did you sniff? They're trying to get me to lick a rock, okay? Okay. Let's see. Georgina says, my mother stole the tiara I bought from them and the matching necklace. She wears it to Disney all the time. Oh, I missed where it was from. I must have missed something in the chat. Okay, let's see if Zahir tells us what he sniffed. Brass is making a comeback. That's good to know. Yay. Okay, my house is going to be in vogue again. All right, so next up, I got these Christmas Story Christmas cards. So, and those were $1. They're still new and sealed, and there's 24 cards, which is a lot. That's pretty good. You know, normally they don't come with so many. So anyway, Zahir is still not letting us know in the chat. Oh, Kirk's Folly. Okay, so here's what I found out about these. I didn't find any that were still new and sealed. My cats. Okay, but let me share with you what I did find. So these, this one, somebody's selling 8 cards. They're not the same ones at all. For $5.99, or this one's sold. Okay. And then, I could have sworn I found some other ones that were closer. But anyway, oh, I think I know what happened, because sometimes they'll pop up and then you click on it and it takes you somewhere else. But I will probably, I don't know, what do you think, 15 bucks on that? I think I might do 15 bucks, maybe more. I don't know, because I couldn't find ones exactly like them. So that might be what I do. Zahir, now you're saying hi again. You never answered the question. What did you lick? Or no, what did you smell? I was the one that was supposed to lick something. Okay, next, one witchy lady says Christmas Story was filmed near her. We don't get snow here ever, really, so that would be kind of nice. Okay. Oh, Rebecca says mainly he was sniffing the clothes from the hall earlier. Okay. Okay, so the next thing I picked up is a sealed puzzle. It was $1, still sealed. It's, you know, artwork. And this is what I found on Amazon. Okay, you ready? So here it is on Amazon. Somebody's selling it new for $89.99. And then used and new, let's click on that. If I sent it into Prime. So these are the two right now on Prime. The problem is that when I scan it, Amazon lets me know that this is a slow moving item. So that means I'll probably rack up storage fees on that, because I think they're changing the way they do long-term storage, where it's not just, oh, sorry, I'll read the chat in a second. Well, yes, I think they're changing the way they're doing long-term storage, but I have to look up that again before I tell you bad information. Zahir is saying he sniffed a bunch of old clothes and a Michael Jackson plush. Oh, Lord. I'll have to go watch that later. So the puzzle, I am thinking that I'll probably end up putting it on eBay, because I don't want to pay the long-term storage. And she got it out of the country, because there's the price tag. 1,200. Anyway, whatever. So I'll probably put, you know, 20 or 30 bucks on it, even though Amazon has it for crazy money. I'm closing out of some. Picked up a couple other things, and I still have a couple of really, really good scores that I'm going to show you. So if you're hanging on, I've got a couple of pieces of pottery, but let me zoom through the last couple things. I picked up a Joyce Meyer's CDs because it was sealed. It's not going for that much, like $5. So we'll see. Maybe I'll make a Joyce Meyer's lot. These ones ended up being duds. These coasters I thought were really cute, and then got home and realized there was water damage on them. So if it's just that one, maybe I'll pull it out, but I don't know. So, but it was 50 cents. And then, let me see. Okay, let me close out. I'm trying to get to the, because I've been at this for a while. Sorry, guys. All right, so I also picked this up. This is it says Mayflower glass, artistic glassware. So originally I thought this was metal, but it's not. It's glass. I don't know if you can see, it's got this kind of lusterware paint on it, but it's I can't get the light to hit it right for you. If it could hit it right, you could see that it's kind of like purpley glass underneath that. So yeah, this and the stem part is glass, and then it's got this clock. And I paid 25 cents for this. And the one that I could find like it, every time I clicked on it, it went somewhere else. So I have no idea what I'm going to ask for it. Let me show you what I did find out. Okay, here we go. So like here are some like Mayflower glass with the airplane in this bubble thing, this jar, I don't know, in a bottle for $16.99. Here's in a snow globe type thing. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to put on this. I mean, maybe I'll throw 20 bucks at it and see what happens. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. One witch lady says, do you garage sell stuff you don't end up selling online? Sometimes, and my neighborhood's going to be having a community garage sale coming up, and a friend of mine asked me if I was going to participate, and you know what I said? No. I'm going to be driving around the neighborhood buying stuff. But every now and then I'll have a garage sale. Not as often as I probably ought to, though. Okay, then I picked up a Bible. It was 50 cents. And again, I couldn't find, or maybe I did find this. No, I don't see the same exact one. But I'll probably put, 15 bucks on it or so. It's similar to some of these, but I don't have this exact one. So Bibles can go for pretty good money. I've sold Bibles. And then almost done. I'm closing out of some tabs. A couple other things that I couldn't find. This one, I'm glad you caught me live too, T. McMahon. Carmel says $60. All right, so here we go. This is really, it's not super heavy, but it's heavy duty-er. Kaleidoscope, 50 cents. And I don't know, it's nice quality, but there's no marks to let me know who made it or anything. But it's pretty nice. So that will go on eBay and Etsy. And then this one, maybe you can help me, guys. And I'm almost done. Then after this is the pottery. There's 4 pieces and that's that. I got some coasters with cork back with these airplanes on them. But then look, they have this C mark with a crown in it. And I searched for it, but I couldn't find what it is. That one needs to be cleaned up. If you know, let me know. And I put C, crown, airplanes, airline C, coasters. Do I sell locally? I do some on garage sale. Sweet PS, text Gal, have you ever gone to a jewelry class or just by reading? Are there books you can suggest for a starter? No, I've never gone to a jewelry class. I just from learning bits and pieces like Concord. Oh, thank you guys are so fast. Hey. No, it's just from, learning a little bit here and there. And we have the group on Facebook, Jewelry Lovers and Sellers. And I pick up tips there too. Like somebody will post something, what is this? And I'm thinking, I don't know either. So you watch what people say and you're like, oh, okay, cool. So now I know what that is. So it just slowly builds with time, and not being afraid to take a chance. If it's 50 cents, right? Okay, a little bit more and then we're done. So this I bought, and I've already told my husband, I'm giving it to the boys, sorry. Even though he says we don't need any more Legos. Look at this. It's like the house pieces, like the 2-story like townhome thing. That was $5 for all of that in there. I can't get a good shot of it like that. It's like 2 buildings, Lego City thing. So that's that. And then the last part that I'm going to share with you, I got this piece for 25 cents. I'm still trying to decipher the back on it. I think it might be Rosemont, but I'm still doing some researching on this one. Then there is this Art Deco style. Everything I find that's similar to this is it's a deer but it looks like an alpaca to me. I don't know. So it's got this mottled, and I think there must be another name for it. And that's the base of it. I'll show you what I'm finding on the searches. And this one I couldn't figure out. I couldn't figure out the maker on this one as well. Yeah, definitely mid-century. Definitely some of them Art Deco. Or some of the keywords I'm seeing for sure. So a lot of the ones I'm seeing, Rose Lane, I do have some Rose Lane stuff I'll show you in just a second. But some of them, God, the prices are all over, so I'm worried about pricing it too low because I can't find another one that's like this pink and green, like splotchy mottled color. Right, the ears are really tall. That's why I thought it was like maybe an alpaca or something. But the way the feet come together like that. So, and see, here's a Rose Lane deer that's $79. So I'm not sure. And I paid 25 cents for that. And then the last two are, for sure, these ones are Rose Lane. They're marked Rose Lane, like that. And this was 25 cents for both of them. Boom, like that. And so those ones are, I couldn't find these exact ones, but the one that I found the pink one like mine. This pink one sold for 25 bucks, or it says eBay out of stock. So either it's sold or they took the listing down. But I could not find my same exact ones. I found these Birds of Paradise, but that was it. So I've got the pair of them. So these ones, what did I say was that other part? I mean, I may put, gosh, what do you think? I mean, I may put 60 bucks on them. Take some really nice pictures. I think I could get more. What do you think? Because I have a pair of them. It's that aqua color, which is, I think, I'm going to say it's sought after. So I may put more. I may put more on those Rose Lane birds. So anyway, and I picked them up because I have some egrets that are over my door, and I think those are also Rose Lane. They were my grandmother's. I always can go high and take an offer. This is true. All right, 80 bucks, 80 bucks. Right, because of the color. The color is that a lot of people like that. And it goes well with the art, mid-century, the Art Deco. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for coming and checking out my haul. I can't believe how much good stuff I got for $30. So, and I'm going to go test that necklace right now to see if that $750 is indeed 18 karat gold. I'm excited. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. If you enjoy this kind of video, hit subscribe, hit that like button, and I will talk to you later. Thanks again so much for my friends that came to watch live. And if you're catching this after the fact, thanks again. Bye.